Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Motivational Monday. I'm your girl Sanshegay, and this week we are talking about change. And as such, I decided to use a personal favorite as the quote of the week. So the quote of the week this week says, in order to be the change you want to see in the world, you first have to become that change. It has been a affirmation of mine, and I've been using it drastically. I think about it every day and I use it in my everyday life. Hence why I chose it to go along with the topic this week. So this week I am going to try and talk not as fast as I normally talk, because I do have subscribers telling me I'm going a little bit too fast with my conversation. So this week I'm trying to slow it down for you guys. This may or may not work. Bear with me. So this week we're talking about change, and the reason I chose this topic is because it goes perfectly with last week's topic, which was about comfort zone. And I'll leave, you can find the video up in the card. No, I'll leave a description down below, but you can find this video up in the card. So if you want to pause and go and check that video out, then be my guest and then come back. So you get an understanding of where I'm coming from with the topic and why I chose to use this specific topic. Now, when we talk about change, whether or not we like it, we have to admit that it is everywhere. It is we are completely surrounded by the idea, the notion of change. Do we like it? Maybe not. Because some of us, like I said, we like to stay where we are. We like to continue with what it is that we're doing, which is our comfort zone. It is not necessarily the right place for us to be at any given point. Why I say this is that you might be comfortable in the situation that you're in right now, but you've set goals for yourself. You've set targets you want to reach. Maximizing on all the opportunities around you is not going to happen if you stay where you are or if you are against change. Two ways I'm going to talk about change is from a work perspective, which is career-based, and from your life's perspective. The reason I chose these two is because these are where change is more likely to occur and where resistance to change is more likely to happen. An example would be that I'm working. The company I'm working with for years have always done our taxes a certain way, and now time is evolving, technology is evolving, and now our taxes will be done another way. Now, I may not like the other way that the taxes is being done, but truth be told, it is going to happen. So now according to me, as an employer, is going to retaliate against the change that is expected, saying that, oh, it might not fit into the company, or that it is not the right thing to do at this moment. So it is not the right thing to do at this moment, and so I retaliate. Retaliating doesn't mean it's going to stop. It just means that I, as an employer, refuse to accept the change. And it's the same thing in life. We refuse to accept that everything around us is changing. And we find ourselves in situations where things are moving at a pace way faster than we think. It is not moving at a pace faster. Listen. It is moving at a pace faster than we think. Now, because we expect it to move at this gentle, ongoing, little teeny baby step stage, who knows? Maybe that's what we think. And it's accelerating at a faster speed, we complain. Instead of trying to maximize on what is happening and finding a way to work it out in our favor, we complain, and so we become stuck. An example, a perfect example from a business perspective of how change has caused some problems in the working world is the whole idea of Netflix and Blockbuster. Now, they were slow in keeping up with the pace of technology and streaming and convenience, while Netflix saw this as an opportunity and maximized on it. That's the same thing I'm saying about life. Now, I'm going to use an example that might not sit well with everybody, but it will give you a perfect understanding of what it is that I'm trying to get you to understand today. Our grandparents are used to doing things in a certain way. A perfect thing to say is that when it comes down to money, our grandparents' idea of saving is knotting it up, yes, knotting it up in a little thing and hiding it somewhere inside the house. And they'll do that for months and end, years maybe. And eventually, if you were to search that house, you'd probably find millions. No, in this society, that is not the case. What we do nowadays is either invest or bank. Now, our grandparents might not like the idea of putting money into somebody else's hand to manage and take care of for you, and so they retaliate against that. That is one example I think is perfect in terms of explaining the whole notion of retaliation, resistance to change. But here's where it gets interesting. That old way that our grandparents use will not make it in today's society. It will not get us to the goal of probably being a millionaire. You can't save all your money at home and become a millionaire. Whether or not we like it, well, that's something to debate, but it is the truth of the matter. We can't do it at home. And so it's the same principle that applies in life. We will never be able to maximize on the best opportunities that life has to offer if we are constantly fighting and pushing against it and saying we don't want to change. That will not work. It will not get you to where you need to be. Neither will it get you to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish in life. And it's funny why I chose this topic, because I'm not one of those persons who actually resist change. But I've seen it happen so many times where persons will resist change to a point where they fall back in life. And because you're not paying attention, because you're not realizing that truth of the matter is that your resistance to change is what's causing the problem. You start to find other factors to blame. Factors that may not have anything at all to do with what it is that you are talking about. Funny, right? But it is reality. It is our reality, whether or not we like it. And it happens every day. So my thing to you this week, don't be one of those persons who are so set in their ways that they'll refuse any form of change. Listen, change is a must. That's what I'm saying. We all need to change one way or another. And we all need to accept that change is going to happen. We weren't born the way we are now. We changed. We morphed into this being that we are now. We morphed mentally and physically, right? And now we're in a spot where we think different than when we were a kid. When we were a kid, all that was important to us was the idea of probably playing outside or something like that. As a teenager, what is important to you now is maybe hanging out with your friends and getting a boyfriend. As a young adult, what is important to you is setting yourself up in life. That is you changing. Whether or not you want to agree, that is change. But what I'm saying to you is that you don't have to rush into it. Change is going to come. You don't need to rush into it. And you don't need to leap into it without first understanding what it is that you're leaping into. The reason I say this is because a lot of us understand and accept that change is inevitable. It is going to happen, whether or not we like it. And so we set ourselves in the frame of mind to work with it and understand it and grow with it. But we do it in a way that we move too fast and things progress at such fast pace that it eventually causes major damage for us. That is what I'm saying. Slow down. Change is going to come. It's going to happen. We can't run from it. Technology is not what it used to be 10 years ago, 5 years ago, or even 2 years ago, right? So it is going to come. But I'm saying, don't, and let me say it again. Don't be so quick that you miss steps of the changing process. An example would be a butterfly. We all know that a butterfly moves from a caterpillar stage to an actual butterfly. And it does that in 3 different ways. First, it's born as a caterpillar and maybe hatched in an egg. I think hatched in an egg. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it's born as a caterpillar, hatched in an egg, right? And then it becomes this beautiful, nice, wiggly worm. For those of you who like worm, I don't. It becomes this beautiful, nice, wiggly worm with many pretty colors that we call a caterpillar. And it morphs into a stage now where it's wrapped up in a cocoon, and in there it grows into another thing, which at the end result is the butterfly. That's what I'm saying. Everything is going to happen in stages. Don't be so quick to reach the end that you miss a few steps. It doesn't matter where you are, what you're doing. What is yours is always going to be yours. What it is that you're to get, you are going to get. Don't be so quick with it that you missed out on all the little things that could mean so much to you. Again, thank you so much for watching another episode of Motivational Monday. I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't like this one and you prefer the scripted version, let me know. I'm between seeing which one suits best. But let me know what you think. And thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you next week on another episode of Motivational Mondays.